My project is focused on Goff Cove. It is a rocky intertidal zone in Laguna Beach. Its geographical scale is protected by tall rocks that are almost like pyramids that extends out to the island point. The shore and island is connected by large installed boulders. Some of the physical factors that influence these communities would be substrate tidal exposure, temperature, and salinity. With substrate, organisms prefer 3D hard substrates to attach to. Tidal exposure brings in nutrients and oxygen, which organisms need to survive. Temperature and tide pools, organisms are exposed to both air and water temperatures, and they need a well-balanced environment to survive. Salinity is most important because not only does it affect an organism's respiratory system, but also their ability to photosynthesize and grow. The biological factors that influence these communities is competition for space and predation. When competing for space, it's more of a dominant species like sea anemones taking over an area. Predators prefer these communities because it's easier to catch and find their prey. For my project, I focused on 4 species commonly found in these communities: the sea anemones, seagulls, hermit crabs, and marine mussels. Starting with the sea anemones, they are an anthozoan species. They have soft bodies, venomous tentacles, and they're territorial, and mostly sessile, which means they don't move. They're documented to be one of the world's oldest living organisms, as their existence dates back to hundreds of millions of years ago. They can be found in all oceans, but mainly in intertidal areas. They paralyze their prey by using their stingers on their tentacles. They feed on small fish, inverts, and some even have zooxanthellae. Their role in these communities is to keep the temperature ideal for all living organisms and need tide pool by slowly releasing stored waters during low tides. Next are the seagulls. Although they don't have an actual role to play, they do feed on mussels, so you can say that their niche or their role is to keep the mussels population down and not overgrown. These birds are a cardiform species. They're white and gray, sometimes almost black in color. They have webbed feet, strong beaks, and legs. Their wings are also strong for sustained long flights and have very keen sight for spotting prey from above. They can be found on both sides of the U.S., the West Coast and East Coast, but they can also be found in North and South America, all the way down to the Caribbean. Naturally, these guys rest on sea cliffs so that they're not traveling too far from their young and are close to their feeding grounds. Next are the mussels. These guys are a mollusk species. They have hard exterior shells and have soft tissues. They are also filter feeders and can be found in the Pacific Ocean. These guys start out life as a larval or free swimmer. Once they're big enough, they will find a spot to settle and can or would stay there for the rest of their lives as a sessile organism. As mentioned before, they are filter feeders, so they feed on plankton, bacteria, and detritus, which is organic debris. Their niche is to reduce a wave's impact on tide pools, since they're known to grow these beds with other multiple species or mussels. Lastly are the hermit crabs. These guys are arthropod species. They have no hard exterior shell. They have soft bodies and a twisted abdomen. They feed on decaying wood and leaf litter. These guys have no physical role in these communities. They have mainly keep to themselves. You won't find these guys in open ocean environments, but near shore where they have access to both land and water. They depend on abandoned or empty snail shells for protection from predators. They also have a mutational symbiotic relationship with sea anemones, where both benefit from it. The hermit crab gets better protection from predators, and the sea anemones get a mobile home and don't have to compete for space. At this location, there were two main abundant species, which were the seagulls and the sea mussels. The environmental challenges intertidal communities face would be from climate change, temperature increase, salinity increase, algae blooms, etc. These can cause organisms to get sick and as temperatures and salinity rises, that'll lead to more rapid evaporation rates, causing overheating and desiccation or drying out. Anthropogenic environmental challenges are caused by man, which would be pollution and coastal runoff. These two challenges are poisonous to these communities and can lead to organisms to die or to even get cancer. Both local residents and visitors have a positive and negative impact on these communities. Positively, there are local agencies that help protect these areas. Negatively, it can cause these organisms to be stressed and have a pile of trash buildup. The agencies that protect Goff Cove are the Laguna Ocean Foundation. They help by working with the Laguna Beach State Marine Reserve and help to educate people to restoring the coastal ecosystems. Laguna Canyon Conspiracy is an organization that deals with massive plants that block canyons and creeks that drain into the ocean. By removing these, they help keep the environment healthy. The city of Laguna, in general, helps protect these communities by installing physical barriers, and they work with the MPA Act, which is the Marine Protected Area, so taking marine life or shells is illegal in these areas. And the city has also installed breakwaters and boulders to keep the sand from washing away. And then these are my works cited websites that I use to get my information from.